Uh, last home game. Last home game settings. It was good, man. It was honestly good, man. It was good to be out there. Good to see some people. Good to see familiar faces for the last time this season. Yeah, man. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. You know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again. I've been away for a few days because I was in London doing some stuff. I came back today. Literally had to drop my stuff off at home around 7 when I came. Not even 7, 7:45. Dropped off my stuff and then ran to the stadium because thankfully I live close to Old Trafford, so it takes me about 7 minutes to get there, walking distance. So yeah, man, listen, Manchester United 3, Newcastle 2. You know what, yeah, the season's done. Like, season's finished, so I'm not gonna over-analyze the performance. Obviously, there's some stuff that I saw that I didn't like, but who cares at this point? We're 8th now. I was outside the stadium discussing it with Saeed, Nurdin and Mubsy. I think we're 8th now. We've got a -3 goal difference. Newcastle are above us with a +21 goal difference. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody supporting. Shout out to everybody always showing love, liking, sharing, subscribing. I didn't forget you guys. Don't worry. So yeah, man, we were talking about the league position, and I even talked to Flex because we were outside the stadium, and I was talking to Flex, and I was telling him that I would rather have, if we have to play in Europe next season, I would rather have United winning the FA Cup against Man City and then qualifying for Europa League, rather than finishing 7th and having to play Conference League, because that's one thing I'm sorry. I've got nothing against the competition, nothing against the tournament, nothing but respect, but United in the Conference League. But at the same time, it would be a wake-up call and kind of an embarrassment, because that would be a huge reality check. But I would rather have the Europa League, do you know what I mean? Familiar territory, we know how it goes, do you know what I mean? Like, we know how things work. And yeah, so I would rather have that. So yeah, but then again, we have to beat Man City, which is mission impossible. So it's gonna be a tough one. It was just good to see the boys out there today. Good to see a win. Good to see some goals. I thought Bruno came back really well, which makes me think, if he was injured or not fit to play, how did he get back so quick? What type of injury was it that he came back so energized? But anyway, I don't know. I'm just asking myself questions. Maybe I'm overthinking. Højlund came on and scored, sorry. And I think that's a good position to be in for him, to be honest. I think for Rasmus Højlund, this should be his role. I think that should be his role for the next season, in my opinion. To come on, score, build confidence, and do the same thing over and over again until he's ready to start games, because I don't think he's good enough to start games for Manchester United. So I would rather have him come off the bench. Obviously, we need to go and get a striker in the summer. Who's that going to be? I don't know. But we need to get someone in that's going to be the starting striker, and Højlund can come off the bench, because off the bench, I don't think that's a bad option at all. I don't. So I'm quite happy with Højlund coming off the bench and scoring like he did today. So I've got no issues with that whatsoever. I thought Onana was really good today. Onana made some crucial saves. And again, he's been one of the guys that has really improved a lot during the season. Started the season off catastrophically, but slowly but surely gained confidence. And yeah, he saved us a lot of times today, not going to lie. And what else happened? I'll save the best for last, don't worry. Lisandro Martinez, sorry, let me not butcher his name, let me say it correctly. Lisandro Martinez came back onto the pitch after a long period out with an injury. Immediately imposed himself. I mean, we all know what Licha does. Licha does what Licha does. So, shout out to Lisandro for that. That was a weird accent. Shout out to Lisandro for that. Who else? I thought Casemiro, I thought he had a solid game at the back. Had a very solid game. Amrabat, I thought was good as well. Obviously, he's on loan, so I don't think he'll be staying. I don't think that move will be made permanent, if I'm honest. There's just too many inconsistencies. Varane and Anthony Martial said their goodbyes. Obviously, as you guys know, they're leaving the club, so it was good to see them for the last time. Obviously, they didn't play, which didn't surprise me, but yeah, good servants to the club. Anthony Martial, obviously, you guys know he was one of my favourite players at the club. But, it's time to leave. It's time for a new adventure for him. And, wish him all the best. Varane, personally, I think he was the least of our worries in terms of players going out. But he was on a lot of money and they failed to reach an agreement. And I believe the agreement was for him to lower his salary so he could stay at the club. And I'm guessing he didn't want to do it, which he was within his right to do because, it's Raphael Varane. Come on. So, yeah, they said their goodbyes. I saw Varane take a selfie with the fans at the end towards the tunnel. They sang the Martial song again one last time, and that was it. They're going to leave the club at the end of the season, hopefully more. So hopefully they're not the only two outgoings. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. One of them wasn't even there today, unless I'm wrong. And yeah. Oh, before I get to last but not least, before I get to him, Erik ten Hag gave a speech towards the end. I stayed in the stadium and I saw on TikTok that someone tagged me in the Sky Sports TikTok reel, and you could see my big head. You could see my big head. If you look at Sky Sports on TikTok or on Instagram, wherever it is, and you keep looking at the bottom left, at one point you can see me there with my phone just recording. But yeah, obviously he had to say what he said. It was, in my opinion, not the most inspiring speech, but he said what he had to say. The fans were happy with it, and I'm not sure about beating Brighton next week because they lost to Chelsea today. So they might be fired up next week. And why do I keep saying next week? It's this Sunday. So I'm not sure about beating Brighton on Sunday. But yeah, if it happens, cool. And obviously we got the big one next weekend against Manchester City. Last but not least, Starboy, the real Starboy in this team. I've been banging on about this guy to start games for the longest. I've been a militant for over 6 months. Let him start games. Certain people would try to look me dead in the eye and try to tell me, well, maybe he's not training well. Do you think that performance today requires training? Really? No, he's got it. Amad Diallo, superstar. He has got it. That performance today, to me, he was my man of the match because the guy is just so cultured. Every touch, every pass, every movement is well taken care of. Everything he does is just so neat, it's calculated. If he sees that a pass is not on, he'd rather recycle it. Keeps the ball close to his feet, little touches, dribbles well round the outside or sometimes he'll dribble in the inside, drift towards the inside. Dribbling is on point, and the finishing today, oh my Lord. I am so glad I was at Old Trafford today to witness that. That was an unbelievable strike. No deviation, no deflection, no nothing. Just a clean strike. And that just epitomizes what he is as a footballer. Amad Diallo, whoever the manager is next season, this guy has to start games. Has to. And I'm so sad that it took Erik ten Hag this long to realise what this guy's about. Because he sees him every day in training. So why would he not start him? It was so strange to me. It was so strange. Do you see what I mean? In 2 games, this guy has shown more than Anthony has shown in 2 years. That is absolutely crazy. Anthony, I read reports that United are ready to sell him. Be my guest, my guy. Off you go. Ahmad is the starting guy on the right-hand side. And if, according to reports, if Michael Elise is coming in next season, the fact that we could have two players on that right-hand side, on that right wing, in Elise and Diallo, listen, I don't even want to start imagining what kind of damage these two can cause. But listen, Amad Diallo, fully deserved goal. That performance was outstanding today. Everything he done was perfect. Everything. And I hope for the kid that he starts next season, whoever the manager is. I really hope that for him, because he is ready to start week in, week out for Manchester United. Absolutely ready. But yeah, man, that was it from me, people. Last home game. Glad I went to it. 2 games left now, Brighton away, and then the big one, Man City at Wembley. So yeah, throughout the week I'll be releasing more videos, so make sure you keep your eyes locked on my channel for that. Tomorrow the full Germany squad's going to be announced, so I will probably react to that on Friday because tomorrow I'm going to be busy. Yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram, man, so you can see what I'm up to. Tomorrow I've got 2 events that I'm attending, so yeah, should be fun. Should be really fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Final word for today. Final word. You know what? Final words. 2 words. If you made it to the end of the video, go in the comments and type in Ahmad Superstar. That's it. Those are the final 2 words for the final home game. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. It's road to 13K. And I'm out. Gonna get myself some food. Starving. I'm a Diallo, man. Superstar. Absolute superstar.